Alright, so good morning everyone. It's 10:40 and I'm going to go bird watching with my grandfather today. We're just going to check a few of the smaller areas. It's been rainy today and I'm watching my father's dog, Maiken, while my grandmother is away. I saw one of the rarer birds today, a smaller woodpecker, Dendrocopus minor, as it's in Latin. It's the first time I've seen one that I could safely identify, because they differ from the larger woodpecker, since they are much smaller. They're not much bigger than, like this, about 15 centimeters in length, as a sparrow or so. And they also differ in how they look in their pattern. Don't have these large oval patches, but they are much more striped or spotted with white and black. So that's it. And they are much smaller than the larger woodpeckers. And the smaller woodpecker is a bird that's not that common in Sweden. It's more common in other countries, and it's been decreasing in numbers for several years now, I've learned. And yeah, so it was interesting to see one. It was a total fluke as well. I mean, I ran and it just flew by and put itself on a nearby tree that was dead, and it just sat there, and I got a very good look at it because it wasn't more than like 10 feet or 5 meters away. And unfortunately, it's not in the area that my grandfather is checking, but about 150 meters outside of it. But I reported it anyways, since every woodpecker of that sort should be reported. And also it's a bird that I can cross off my list now. Otherwise, not much. I said that what happened yesterday. I met one of my former dogs and her owner, and we had a good time, and then after that I came home and recorded my voice. And when I finished my assignment in bioinformatics, I finally finished writing the last program that I hadn't finished. It was, to calculate the GC frequency in the nucleotides for a string, and do that for a few strings, and in Perl, so that's good to learn some programming in that. Otherwise, not much. I exercised last evening as well, and I've exercised this morning as well, because I'm crazy when it comes to exercise. I also injured my foot today when I was running. I stepped inaccurately and I sprained my ankle, But my ankles are very flexible, so me spraining them doesn't really do much except hurt, I can still function quite normally. I mean, I ran the 11K in 52 minutes today, and that didn't actually feel that hard, even though I ran half of it with a sprained ankle. I can tell that this is a bit wet. But it works, fortunately. So my grandmother is away today. She's doing some knitting with her friends in Qatar. And then she's going to see a lady that she's going to help at some market tomorrow. So I'm going to have making tomorrow as well. And that won't be an issue, I believe. I might go bird watching again tomorrow at Fredriksdal. At 9 in the morning. It depends on the weather. I told my grandfather that when he called. But if the weather is bad, I'm not going to go because I have no interest in getting wet from the rain when I'm, you know, I fix myself up with makeup and such. Some smeared mascara today. But nothing too major. I mean, I've done this now for 4 months, so I've gotten quite good at it. I would hardly say that I'm an expert in applying makeup, but I'm better now than I was in the beginning. So I have had some problems with, you know, the coarser hair on my upper lips. Some of them have grown inwards, so I have a few knots from the pits I created in my skin. And that is never fun when you have those grooves. Not grooves, you know, spots where you can see. So I'm not going to use that one today, I'm going to use this one. Because the other one is covered in eyeshadow. The weather is going to be bad here for quite some time now, unfortunately. It's going to be, you know, rain and cold and such, compared to last year's May when we had 20 degrees Celsius by now. I wish that we could have that, even though, you know, last year was very hot. The summer was just so intense. So it's 10:55 now, so I'm almost getting ready to go. We said 11, so I think that I'll manage 11 by a minute or so. Good enough. I'm just going to put on this rouge as well, because this one is better. And brush my hair. My hair is probably the part of my body I take the most care of. I'm gonna shower twice daily, and I brush it and such. Yeah, so I'm going to say bye now, and I'm going to return to the most training perhaps when I get back home after birdwatching, so bye bye.